drug I've done. Your love removes me from my throne. When you depart, I start to run. I'm chasing not to be alone. The light around you changes color with your mood, and I'm your follower. Your very life is an enigma, and I wanted you since we were children. La 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 la. To be with you, I've broken laws. I've hurt myself along the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know you're worth the pain you cause. I'd die for you without delay. Changes color with your mood, and I'm your follower. Your very life is an enigma, and I wanted you since we were children. La 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 la. My angel, I love to hear your wings. You're floating in darkness. I love to hear you sing. Changes color with your mood, and I'm your follower.
Welcome to the Satellites Podcast Live, Season 2, Episode 8. Tonight's guest star, Mario Daggett and Adam Dorsey. Subscribe to Rocket Pig on YouTube. Follow on Facebook and Twitch. Listen to Satellites Podcast Live on Anchor, Spotify, and iTunes. Here are your hosts, Aubrey Christine Trujillo and Jerry G. Angelo.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey, we're so excited to be back. We're still in Los Angeles, and things are getting really, really busy around here, right, Jer?
Pretty exciting, yes.
Yes, very, very exciting. We have some incredible guests tonight, but before we invite anybody to the screen, we want to say thank you to our incredible producers, Angela Joseph, Robert Dumond, Adam Kennedy, and Alexi Angelino. Thank you guys so much. We could not do this without our amazing team.
And all our executive producers and our sponsors and donors and all that stuff as well. We have very wonderful personal relationships with lots of people, and it's just awesome to to be doing the things that you want to do in your life that bring you happiness and joy. I'm going to keep saying that because it's changed my life. And when you give 100% of your focus into those types of things, your energy and your alignment, everything just starts to expand on itself, and it just creates more goodness. We do have Rufus the dog, so he's like here checking us out in case you hear a little
noise every once in a while.
He likes to be part of it as well. And we have one of our producing partners here, Henry. We're on live, bud.
Hey, Henry.
You want to come in and say hi real
Pop
quick?
in and say hi to everyone.
This is so come in and sit here real quick, and you guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, and Rufus.
Hello.
This is Henry Lipatov. Amazing. He is the CEO of Beverly Films. You want to tell everybody a little bit about Beverly Films?
Yeah, so Beverly Films is a film company. We creating visual effects for projects like Jennifer Lopez, 21 Pilots, Chris Brown, and we're creating short films and now working together with feature. So everything is good and excited.
Awesome. He's a genius. I can't wait for you guys to see some of his work. So thank you for dropping
guys,
in.
Believe in yourselves. This is the most important thing.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Henry. Oh, he's back.
Yes.
I thought he was out for the night.
Henry is awesome. So anyway, that was perfect example of someone who just is so free. The weight and the stresses that we put on ourselves, every single person does it. They just do. That's just part of how we are taught, and at work we have to do this. And well, I should be more specific. Anyway, I don't want to get into a whole bunch of stuff. I wanted to thank David Perry. He's our singer. The music that you heard on the front, that's going to also be in our feature film, The Deception, which is going to be being released. We have 3 films coming out together, plus there's a couple other ones that we picked up. And we are also greenlit for a new feature film that starts, that's already started production. We're very excited about that. What's important about us being able to be busy is that things are able to happen across the board, and we're able to get a lot of people involved. And, very grateful for the people that are here and have helped us get to this point. And it's going to be such an exciting moment to be able to just keep on chipping away and doing, getting a whole bunch of projects started, not just our own.
Yeah, we're really excited. And speaking of amazing people who have been along for the ride, we have Mario Daggett joining us tonight. Tell them a little bit about Mario.
Mario is a force to be reckoned with. I don't want to say too much because I want him to say it for himself, but Mario is an incredible talent. He's a character actor. We also have Adam Dorsey, who is another character actor. There'll be a picture that comes up of him here in a second. Maybe I went out a little bit out of the order. He thinks he's so cool. We're gonna have to show that picture again. Yeah, he thinks he's so cool.
So cool.
So what's awesome about tonight is we have these character actors, and they're both from our feature film Obscura, which I directed. I'm also directed with Joe Lujan and Grant Janes. This one here is our lead actress in the franchise Obscura.
Yes.
And she plays Lieutenant Hodges, and she leads the military special forces team because she's badass. She's really cool. I'm pretty cool too. But I don't have to really say anything about myself.
So without further ado, here comes Mario. Think. We'll sing him on. Which song should we do? Here he comes. Hey,
what's up, guys? You guys hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you.
How you guys doing?
Good.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm blessed.
Yes, you are. Where are you in the world?
Right now I'm in East LA. I'm in one of my tattoo shops.
Cool. And you are a tattoo artist, and you just opened this one, right?
Yes. I just had the grand opening last month. Yeah,
Congrats.
I've been tattooing for 21 years now.
Wow.
That's amazing. And I've had the pleasure of getting to see so much of your work, and also being friends with you on Facebook as well. Every time he does different tattoos, you see these pop up. I don't have a tattoo. This one doesn't have a tattoo. And we are both going to get tattoos from this guy And we were actually talking in the green room what we're gonna get. What do you think you're gonna get?
I think I'm gonna have to do a dragonfly. I have to do my spirit animal, right?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh man.
There's John Travolta. Ooh, yeah. Is that a mouse, killer mouse, and there's a lizard snake.
Wow.
Wow, man, I don't know.
Wow,
it's a tree.
Beautiful. Oh wow.
Wow, butterfly. Yeah, you picked some interesting things.
Right there.
Well, Mario, we actually have an amazing video of some of your work that we would love to show that's outside of your tattoo and more in your character actor vibe. So if Robert's ready, we'd love to see that video.
Perfect.
Here comes suspense.
Robert.
They saw
Okay,
that?
no, you have to act it out now. Sorry, we don't have the video. And go.
Go ahead and sing the song.
See,
What do you do with that? What the fuck? That's my bike, you asshole!
What's your bike, buddy? That bike's not coming back. It's coming.
Well, no shit, you blew it up!
Yeah. But hey,
You gonna buy me a new one? Did you say fucking boyfriend? Yeah.
hey,
oh, it's Manhunters, yes. Oh, man.
So what are these clips from, Mario? What's this from?
Those clips are from a bounty hunter show called Manhunter. So, yeah, and it was pretty fun. Mike Ferguson, he plays the bounty hunter, and he's a good friend of mine. We've done some other projects together, videos and some films, and he's a great guy. And he decided, he's like, I want you for this. So yeah, there's us again. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that's the Wrecking Crew right there.
Wow.
Oh, see, there's another project. Yep. Uh-oh.
Nice.
Good ones.
We actually just met Mike. We know about Mike. We had chatted online. He was almost going to be in Obscura as well.
Okay, yeah.
But we got to meet him just recently at Sue Wong's birthday party, which was also a mixture of an introduction to her new company and a fashion show.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Mike is, I think you guys are both scary, some of the scariest looking dudes I've ever seen. Now you're in real person, you're not scary. Oh, well, there.
Intense.
Well,
There's
that guy's scary.
Ricardo.
Robert's
Yeah.
scary too, man.
Robert, yeah.
I get some nightmares looking at all you guys.
Robert, good guy to
which
work
one?
with, man.
What's that?
Robert was a good guy to work with. I like working with Robert.
Yeah, we had a good time, and tell us about that scene with you and Robert. Tell us a little bit about that set and that experience with Robert.
Well, that scene right there was it was a tricky one. It was a little Mexican standoff. It was a lot of moving parts, and Robert's great. He can just come and improvise with some stuff, and he was coming out right over my shoulder, and he was bringing it, and it was good. His energy was really good. Actually, everyone's energy in that whole scene was intense. Yeah, there we go. There's some more footage right there.
Tell us about this picture here. What's going on here, and who's in the shot that you know?
So right there we have Apache and Rabbit. Those are two of my Duke's crew members in the biker club. I play Duke, and they're having a little scuffle over our prospect, and I'm letting them have it a little bit. I let them get at it because they got to get some tension out, but I don't let things get too out of control. Well, Duke doesn't. Yeah.
How did you get to be involved with the Project Obscura?
Actually, it was pretty. It was funny. Actually, the actor that plays Apache, we have a mutual friend, and yeah, there he is.
Uh-huh.
And we have a mutual friend, and they told me that this project was going on, and that I should reach out and try to get involved. So I reached out, and 2 days later, I'm driving my Yeah, I'm driving over to see that handsome gentleman right there.
Yeah, that guy he's sexy. He needs a few tattoos on his extra arm.
Yeah. So yeah, I drove out to Goldfield, Arizona or Nevada, and we had some fun in the sand and with some monsters and some guns and motorcycles, and it was fun. It was lots of fun.
Who's that?
What? I don't know.
You know who the dog is?
Oh, well, that's me, but that's my buddy's dog, just for the photo shoot.
That looks like a toad. Giant toad with a leash. So Mario, we're gonna go ahead and we have Adam Dorsey that's joining us as well. We're gonna bring him on, and then we're gonna get a chance to kind of get a little more personal and stuff. And we're going, let's learn about Adam. Adam's a fun guy. You guys never got to spend any time on set together because we shot at different times, but we'll go into that.
Okay.
You're talking about the Paxton research. I know it. Attend me closely, Caesar. The one who gets me that formula, be it the chief, one of the little Indians, or somebody else, that person will be very, very well compensated.
All right, kid. What am I going to find on Greening's Pop Farm?
Do you ever think you just don't want to see your work come to an end?
Let's not forget here, Amanda. I grow marijuana, all right?
Cancer? It's curable.
If you go out on a rampage now, even if you manage to take out Black, you'll never see your wife again.
Fuck you.
You said that already.
Yeah? Did I say this? If I were you, I'd shoot me. Because whoever the fuck you are, when I find you, and I will find you, you'll be lucky if all I do is kill you, you fucking piece of shit.
Wow.
The assignment is, how has society evolved in terms of beauty standards? I didn't know you worked here.
Yes.
I could give you a ride. Well, I better get going.
Yes?
So you're telling me we got nothing?
The victim was an adult female. There is evidence of both vaginal and anal intercourse.
I'm bringing in a new girl.
Even after what happened last time? What do you think?
It's not for you.
Then for who?
You know who.
I can't stay here. He's watching us.
Remove your pants.
I gotta get out of here. And don't even think about escaping. What? No, 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 no.
Wow, that's intense.
I don't know, man. Let's go.
Super intense.
Hey, welcome.
Mr. Dorsey.
Wait, super intense.
So good. No, dude,
up,
you're
guys?
awesome. You guys.
What's up, Adam?
Thank you.
You're like I want to say Han Solo or Harrison Ford. You give that kind of a vibe. You know,
That's
you have the.
I'm getting older.
If Han Solo, no, not Han Solo. If Harrison Ford and Bruce Willis got together and just intertwined and all that, it would be you. That's
Wow.
like I think your jam, because you have a nice. When people get to see some of your comedy stuff too, that you have no holds barred. That's one of the incredible things that. Oh, wow, boy! Yeah, I didn't see that one
Example
before.
number one.
Whoa, boom, boom,
Boom. Boom. Don't look directly at the crotch.
See,
And that's exactly.
there you go.
Whoa! It's like, you know,
Want to put?
it's like in a
Hey,
clip.
we
You
got one
know,
here.
you want to look at it. Don't look directly at it.
Well, that's great.
Do you do this in all your pictures?
I just like showing off my flexibility.
Nice.
You know?
Hey,
I would do it too if I had it. I would do it too.
Rubber band.
You know, no, it's taken years to get there. Oh, there he is.
Oh, no kicking this.
So that's the guy I know. This is the guy I met, and I was on set and all that stuff. So I didn't know this other stuff. So I was actually quite impressed. Here's some
That's
great
the guy.
pictures that our set photographer Courtney Gale took from Just Another Shot Photography. And yeah, you with David Bianchi.
Love
Why don't you
that.
tell us about this shot, Dorsey?
That was at the very end of our third night of filming. When we were up in Goldfield, we had 3 night shoots with you, Jerry. And I'm standing there with the man, the myth, the legend, David Bianchi. And I'm going to do my David Bianchi impression for a second. I just really enjoy him as a man. He's a good guy. He's really intense also. But that was at the end of our 3 days of filming. And as the sun came up, there was this really like magical vibe happening that morning. You probably remember it, Jerry, because I think if you recall who took that photo.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and it was a moment in time where like I think we were standing just feeling very accomplished with what we did, and in the photos just was like this kind of like pretty cool capture of that specific moment, you know?
Yeah, that was very wonderful. I remember it specifically. Here's something I want to share with just everyone. So I've been producing for like 20 years. I'm not just saying last year was 19 years. Now it's 20. So I don't want to say like it's like been like 20 years. It's been true 20 years I've been producing. And I've continued to get better and better and more efficient and all this stuff. And we took a lot of time preparing and getting ready to this night shoot on location in the middle of nowhere. Very ambitious, the most ambitious shoot. Every project I do is more ambitious than the last. This one was the most ambitious by 1,000,000% and 0.2. And those 3 nights, I don't know if you know this yet. I did not sleep at all for those 3 nights.
Yeah, that's
not one second, because we were going, and by the time it got to the next morning, I had to take care of a whole bunch of things, because it was the most challenging experience of my life in production, because we were on top of a mountain on a mines with different levels, lots of terrain. There's so many different things, and you got to experience that too, and us having to maneuver with
just the pure logistics of shooting where we were shooting required a ton of work, because you're taking any shot that we were changing, you had to go up the hill with all the equipment, then bring all the equipment back down the hill. That shit was brutal. But I'll tell you something though. It was also, for us on the acting side, that was like the most fun I had in 2020. And it should have on paper been terrible. Because if you said like, okay, this was going to be this hard, right? You were not going to sleep, because we didn't sleep that much. I know you didn't sleep at all, but I mean, I slept like a couple hours each night. You know, on paper, you're like, that sounds awful. But it was a bunch of people that came there to play. And I laughed on that set more than I think I laughed in literally like a year prior to that. You know, because I don't know how much I should say, because we were kind of like shooting smack dab in the middle of COVID.
Well, that's why the project was able to happen, in the middle of nowhere and stuff, and under the circumstances.
Yeah. But it was during a time period where people were like really down. Everybody was really kind of just like, I feel like we've come up now, but like if you go like back we were like 6-7 months ago, like people were pretty down. Yeah. And I remember going to that set just honestly wanting like an escape from the bullshit that was happening. And then you link up with David and Chris and John and everybody on that set was like all comedians. It was everybody who did comedy. It was a sci-fi film, but it was everybody who did comedy. And
The
so I'm just
casting was
laughing
through the roof.
Yeah, Chris Moss is one of the funniest people I've ever met, by the way. I mean, that guy is just hilarious. And we just had each other cracking up for the 3 days that we were there. And I left feeling like I was just on vacation, and I didn't sleep for 3 days.
Nice. Well, tell us a little bit about your character in Obscura.
Yeah, I play Red Chief Morrison, and Chief is the sort of guy. There he is. He's the sort of guy that wants to be in control of a situation. You know, as you're going into this particular job that he has that he's going into, he shows up, and all of a sudden, the mechanisms with which he controls something are out of his hands now. And as he progresses through the scenes that he's in, things continue to slip out of his grasp. And for somebody who is like a control freak, when you start to lose those variables, you start to have adverse reactions, you know? And I think that's shown with mine and Danielle's character, because Danielle plays this geologist character who we're sent to protect as she's, you know, sort of trying to identify some life form that we don't know exactly what it is. Now, we're told walking into this that it's going to be one particular set of mission. And then when we get there, it's a completely different animal. And so as it continues to progress, my character continues to get sort of more and more angry, and then specifically with her, you know, because she's the one that's kind of been lying to us about all this. And so you slowly start to see Chief kind of lose his grip a little bit and unravel, you know, during my time.
And you had an accent too. Can you do a little bit of your accent?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, Chief talks down here. You know, he's got sort of like it's almost like a Sam Elliott mixed with a Matthew McConaughey type of thing, you know. Whereas like Adam goes with that Boston, I'm up here, you know. So I had to, with Chief, I gotta bring it down, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I have a tendency, you know, because like I play a lot of these, like, you know, I in my regular life, I'm like a yogi and a general weirdo, but then all the characters I play are usually like tough guys.
Yeah.
You know, so I just gotta like bring my voice down. Yeah, exactly.
Cool. And you just look at someone like Mario, and Mario is like, you know, he's just a tough guy right off the bat. And then Mario, you know, you were in a comedy recently, right? With the grandma comedy one.
Yeah, I did a little comedy TV show. It's on Amazon. Breakfast with Granny. Breakfast with Granny. That's hilarious. Of course, I play the big, you know, buff right hand man, but it's just it's all pure comedy. I love it. I love comedy as well.
And the two of you didn't get to. This is the first time you guys are actually meeting, because you both were on Obscura, but you didn't have an opportunity to work together because the storylines didn't intersect all together at the same time. But man, can you guys just like say hi to each other?
What's up, man? How you doing, man?
Well, we did get a quick, just for the viewers out there, we got a second to meet behind stage for a second, and we were talking tattoos, and I don't have any tattoos yet, so we both live in LA, and Mario is gonna be my guy.
Yeah, I will be your guy, man. Yes.
And what are you gonna get? A polywog?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you, Jerry.
Your spirit animal?
You're my spirit animal. I'm gonna get a unicorn, but with Jerry, with your face as the unicorn. You know, so it'll be like horse hot.
That's it. That's the tattoo. That's it.
Yeah. All right. That is actually me right there.
That is actually you.
Yeah, that's me in my unicorn onesie and my unicorn head.
That's
wonderful. I love it.
Yeah.
Tell Mario what you do. Just learn about your yoga, your take on it, and go into the human permission slip, which is fascinating. Aubrey absolutely loves this.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. You know, I started. You know, I mean, you can tell I'm a comedy guy, and I'm from Massachusetts, and I always thought like a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. You know, in the sense that like spirituality sometimes kind of gets up its own ass a little bit, and people take it way too seriously. Mm-hmm. And you see a lot of these people that sort of like holier than thou. And I think that the true spirituality for me is in the nitty gritty. It's in the everything. I mean, I am that. I am everything, right? And so when I teach, I come from the perspective of playfulness and connection, and that's what developed into this style of yoga called breath magic yoga, where I combine breath work with high vibe dance music and yoga postures. And so I started teaching like normal yoga classes and, you know, the traditional vinyasa flow. And as COVID hit, it forced me outside. And I started teaching in the park. And these classes just started growing because they were way different than anything anyone else was doing, where the spirituality of it came into the essence of play. And so rather than like everyone being super serious and going through these postures, I have everyone in a circle where we start together and we do breath work connected to the beat of music. Because I'm a big dancer and I started getting into ecstatic dance Los Angeles, and I can go into that too if anyone has questions. But that's like a free form dance movement that allows you to express the body and move any sort of energy in any way that you feel particular to you. That so you show up with whatever you show up with and move that around. And so I started evoking that and putting that into my yoga classes, where you're doing like high vibe breath stuff while going through the yoga class. And I found that really like connects the group and makes it way more like palpable. It's instead of like this, I'm doing it by myself, you're all doing it together. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. I was listening.
One energy with several, you know, creating one with several that's good. I mean, that's what life is all about anyway, is, you know, mixing our energies together and creating something beautiful.
Yeah. And I think when you do something that's connected in community, it does become palpable. You can feel the energy of that. You know, if I'm sitting meditating and I'm doing it by myself, that's cool. It's one thing. But if you get 10 of us doing it together, the energy starts to build. I think that's why we like live music. You know, when you go to a live music show, everybody's kind of on that same page, right? And that helps to build the energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think, Adam, I'm a singer, a classically trained singer, and the thing that connects singers, especially in an ensemble situation, is breath. Yeah. So we breathe together in a lot of situations, or we do what they call staggered breathing, so that we support each other through different phrases and that kind of thing. And you can feel when there's a section or even an individual who's not really connected to their breath, and it can either stop the flow of everything, or that person can reset and the flow continues. So it's really, really fascinating. That when we were watching some of your videos and stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, I know this feels like very like I know what's going on here. I've felt this before. So it's really fascinating.
Yeah, and it makes it fun. You know, I think working out should be fun. I think even like this whole like new age, I feel like there's a new age capitalism where it's like, you're not good enough right now. Like, you got to be the best version of you out there. It's like, well, no, wait a second. Like, what's happening right now? You know, exactly. even in the way that we work out, like I want to have the results, and I think like having goals is all great. But in the moment, if you're not enjoying it, then what's the point?
Dude.
Exactly.
And that's 100% of what I myself.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that, there's those tennis balls, man. Hey, let's go. Want to go play tennis?
And if you're not enjoying yourself, that can also cause to lead up to injury too. You know what I mean? Because you're not enjoying it, you're not focused, you're not concentrating. And the next thing you know, you're just trying to rush it because now you feel like you have to do it because it's part of your routine, and then you end up hurting yourself, and then you're up for a couple of days after that. You know,
absolutely. And and also like when you're having a good time, it releases chemically, it releases oxytocin. And oxytocin is a huge. It's first of all, it's anti-cancer, and it helps connect other cells together. So you have something that promotes the actual longevity of your life simply by having a good laugh with your friends. And so if you can evoke that into a all right, there he is. I don't know. I know what's happening there. That's that right there is my first TV appearance in Sex Send Me to the ER, which I feel like is almost like a rite of passage for some LA actors.
Sex Send Me to the ER.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, you know, I was in that show too, actually.
Did you do that one?
Yeah, I wasn't on that episode.
I feel like it is a little bit of a rite of passage for a lot of LA actors is to do that show. You know, it's like when you're first starting out, you almost have to do Sex.
It's like up there, like with Third Wheel and Third Date or Blind Date or something like that.
Oh no, yeah, the Fifth Wheel.
Yeah, fifth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I used to love the Fifth Wheel. That was a great show. You guys know the Fifth Wheel?
Yeah.
You gotta be like probably over 35.
Yeah,
or
you
something
do.
like that.
Yeah, I took that one.
I wanted to talk a little bit. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just loved it because you had like the 4 people start their date during the day and they're all sober. And then at night you introduce like the sex pot, you know, the fifth wheel. And it was either like this really hot chick, this really hot dude. And of course, like the bonds that they had established during the day now go out the window because there's alcohol involved. And like, it's just a hodgepodge of fuckery and I love it.
Fuckery, that's a good one.
Then you see all the peacock feathers ruffle up.
Yeah.
No. They're puffing their chest out now. What's up?
Exactly. It was just so good.
That was a good show. That was a good one.
Yeah, well, sort of. I think, can you clarify for everybody what permission are you giving people? You talk a little bit about play.
Sure.
Can you clarify with that, how for all of us?
Yeah, I mean, we're all actors, right? So we get the opportunity to go out and say what we want, feel into something, to be empathetic, right? So like when you look at the word empath versus like sympathy means to be with someone suffering. Empathy means to be in it. Like the EM is M, it means to be in. And as an actor, you start to get into this place where you're in someone else's shoes, right? So we get to explore that, right? But not everybody gets to explore that, you know? And so I think if you can go to a place where you feel 100% accepted, right? If you can show up to a place where you feel comfortable to express whatever is coming up with you, that's something that we all long for. I think that's something that we all want. I think it's something, honestly, that we all need. And if I can provide a place for people to do that, that's like the honor of my lifetime, to be honest with you.
And in the same sense, Mario, you are, for your own self, you're one of the things you're always dressing in white, and you have a very strong mindset also that is about, being free of mind. Can you share a little bit about your personal perspective on that? Because everyone's different. There's no right or wrong in this. It's just a matter, I would say, as Adam was saying, is that you're able to achieve, the freedom of your mind and being able to flow.
Well, I went through a whole year of wearing nothing but white and for spiritual purposes. And what it taught me was, one, patience, big time. Because when you're wearing all white, you can't rush through things. People normally wear a lot of dark colors to hide mistakes, to hide their rushing. So it's like when you're wearing all white, you literally have to take a breath, take a step back, and be patient with things that you're doing so that you don't make mistakes. But then at the same time, that also teaches you to do things right the first time, and not rush. And then you get your own little clarity of good energy, and people look at you a little bit differently. Some people look at you kind of weird. Some people are like, oh wow, white is good. Oh, wow, that brings a lot of joy and lightness to you. And I'm like, well, thank you very much. And I don't come off as intimidating because I am a very big guy, and tattoos, like, if I'm wearing all black walking down the street, I can look more intimidating than if I'm wearing all white.
Yes.
So it helps just with my own clarity and my own peace of mind of being as pure as possible.
Sure. So where did you make this transition? Because you didn't always wear white and stuff. At some point, you made a very conscious decision to, did you have an epiphany, or did you just wanted to change your life?
Well, I practice Yoruba, which is a Western, Western African religion. And when you become baptized and become a santero, you have to wear white for a whole year because you're reborn. So you're like a baby. So you're gentle and you're susceptible to more negative energy. So wearing the white helps reflect all that as well. And and I'm on my way to become a Babala. So I'm practicing Ifa and studying Ifa right now, which is I'll be a diviner to help people.
That's awesome. Does this have anything to do with the beads that you're wearing, or is that just for?
Yes, each one of these beads is for one of my orishas, or what we like to call saints, and for protection. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's different one for each one. So
I had another question too, because I don't have any tattoos. Growing up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, people that had tattoos, it was always kind of scary and stuff. Obviously, it's become more of a trend, and as I got used to it. But I mean, you have like a tattoo on your head, and you look awesome. What goes on in your mind to get a tattoo on your face and your head? Like, what's your mind thought? Are you thinking like, do people say like you can't do this, or like? What even happens in this scenario? You just go do it and you never think about it, or is there?
Well, so for me, it's more like, I mean, I love art. I love all mediums of art. That's why acting was calling to me, and I love the acting as well because I love art. It's art. And then as far as I'm a painter, I'm a sculptor. I do pottery. And it's not just tattooing. So I do all types of mediums, and doing the tattoos on my face and my neck and my head and my hands, it was kind of like a rite of passage for me, knowing that what I'm going to do for the rest of my life is art. And within acting, I know that my art is going to give me the roles with my tattoos. They get me roles, the bad guy, the tough guy. And, I mean, I've sat for 4 hours before going on set, covering them all up. So I mean, it hasn't hurt me much, but if anything, it's actually helped me more within this industry. But as far as just why I have them, I mean, they're badass.
and you come with a motorcycle too.
Yeah, and it comes with a motorcycle.
How long have you been riding?
I've been riding for 25 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, but I've been riding dirt bikes ever since I was a little kid. 5 years ago, I got my tongue split, and people ask me, "Well, why'd you get your tongue split?"
Can we see it? Can you do that little tongue snake thing?
Oh, that was wild. The first time I saw that was on set for Obscura. We're holding guns on each other, and he does that to me, and I was like genuinely.
She was like, "Yes, please, yes." She comes runs right at him.
Wait, did you do it on a take?
Life out of me, man. It was intense. Yeah.
Was it on a take?
Yeah, it was on a take.
Oh yeah.
It was on a take.
That's great.
I think I had a gun to your face too.
You did, man. There was a lot. It was an intense scene already, and that was we'd met, we'd talked. He seems like a big teddy bear. We sat down, had dinner the night before, and then we're on set, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is that real?"
Yeah. Hey, Dorsey, remember that the situation with Chris Moss and David Bianchi on set because their intention, all the intensity was happening, all that.
Oh yeah.
So we had imagine that. With the special ops team against the bikers, and we can write and get the scenario to happen, but when you get all these committed actors, I think there's probably around 20 actors in this one scene that is a cluster of chaos, and it created itself, which is awesome of what happens, but it got to that point. So some actors were really like Robert Lasardo is just giving a million percent, and man, it just the energy went through everyone, and everyone tapped into that frequency.
Yeah, we talk about it on the flip side of like on the love and light side of breath work and dance and yoga. Well, same as on the other side. You get a bunch of people who are committed to a scene, and everyone's putting in that energy, and all of a sudden it starts building real quick.
Yeah. I think we might have a teaser. I'm not sure if Dumond, if you have a teaser that you can show. If you do, you can just start throwing it up whenever. And this is a little teaser for Obscure. We did this way at the beginning because we had to get it out to a few people, and we put it in such a way to where we knew if it got out, it wouldn't get out. So it's not color corrected. And so, yeah, actually, that wasn't the one. What's that?
I was like, wait, that wasn't the one, but that's still good.
Yeah. So yeah, that wasn't the one actually. So what happened was that was the teaser.
Gary, you did
trailer
that on purpose just so we could see you, right? You just did that so that we could see you.
Yes, true. What happened was that Joe Lujan, the other director, and I, and the producer, we went out to go film that. A teaser to try to get hype and to have something to show the concept. And so that's what that was. And we did that. And sure enough, it got us greenlit for Obscura, which was, these are great experiences to encourage people to go with your ideas and go do that. You got the teasers. Okay. So Robert, I sent you a teaser in the expansion messenger. So Robert,
this is a great time for us to thank our awesome people who join us every week. So we have some friends in the chat room. TJ, thank you. Jared Allen, Teresa Sabin of Sabin Marketing, Pilar Beal, and then it looks like we also have a request for Rufus. Oh, and Ian Smith. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching us and being involved. They love you guys. I don't know if you can see the chat, but they love you guys. They're loving everything you have to offer. So
also we want to share with Helium 3, one of our artists that's with our label. His name is Mississippi Jukes. His name is Jared Allen out of Las Vegas. He's a country singer as well, and he's quite awesome. He's a lyricist and a storyteller. He has all these incredible stories, and Helium 3 is gonna be doing a tour later on this year. We have a big tour bus that we have. Like the big bands go in and the politicians go. So we have one of those now. We'll be traveling to what's it called when the company first comes out of the ground?
Like a launch.
Like a launch, yeah. So,
or a flower. I'm not sure.
Or like a kiss, you just blow up into the air. As Dorsey would say, or a ball hanging out of your pants.
Oh.
So we're gonna go around with our team, and we're gonna be shooting around 18 to 25 music videos with about 5 artists over 2 weeks. And making a loop and doing performances and stuff, and it's gonna be quite a lot of fun and experience.
That's great.
But so do we have the teaser?
Not yet. Actually, though, our producers do have an announcement that they wanted to make. They've been waiting for almost a year to make this announcement for Rocket Pig. So we're very, very excited. Take it away when you're ready, Angelo. birthday!
I had no idea. Pretty cool.
So I thought, because everybody watching and our amazing guests, our wonderful producers, it was the perfect time for Jer to make his birthday wish.
Wow. How did you do this?
Magic.
I didn't even know she had this in the. I had no idea that this even happened. What is that?
The peanut butter cups and white chocolate. Of
It looks
course.
like a nut.
Well, some of the peanut butter's coming
Oh
out.
yeah. Okay. I'm going to share my wish before I burn down the house. Yes. So, wow, this is amazing. This is awesome. Well, I turned 44.
Yay!
This is it's been an incredible year. The years just keep getting better and better, don't they, Adam?
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah. When you're living your deliberate life and you appreciate everything and accept the good, the bad, and all that. The bad, it's just all the same. It just is, and you can process that and not take it so hard on yourself and be lighter. Man, everything just opens up and it changes. And I'm going to show that by living my life, and I'm going to blow this wishes for everyone that finds that. All right. Thank you.
Oh.
There you go.
And may your wish come true, brother.
All right. So anyway, that was pretty awesome. I saw part of a pig in there. You guys are funny. Robert, Angela, Adam, Alexi, thank you. I'm going to eat this. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. That's what it's for. No, that's cute.
Rub down. Good.
Well, I don't even know what we're talking about. I got.
We'll continue talking. Yeah, we'll share here, Mario. One for you, and Adam. You guys want white chocolate or chocolate? Oh, no. So circling back before they find this amazing trailer that we're going to share with you guys and everything. What I've been hearing throughout the night is this idea of being able to achieve our goals, what we love. Do the things that we love without having to grind and move, like just really push and press for these things. You know, Mario, you were talking about being in flow, being intentional. Adam, you were talking about play. You were talking about just achieving your goals through play. And if it doesn't feel like play, then it's not the right time to like push through and find that moment. And that's kind of what I'm hearing from even Jer kind of started the episode off like that. So I don't know if we can expand on that or if we even need to, but I just wanted to thank you guys for kind of putting that whole message together for us, because it can be so tempting to be that person that's like, well, if I'm not busy, am I achieving something? If I'm not setting a new goal, am I just going to be sitting here? And you start to look to outside sources and guide yourself through other people's eyes, rather than through your own intention and how you're feeling.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'll piggyback on that, especially coming from East Coast, from Boston area, where it is, at least where I was growing up in the 90s, achievement, push. If you're not busy, it was just that mentality, and that's fine. If that's your grind and you want to stay on it, all the power to you. I think in essence, the thing that I promote is just do what feels right for you. But for me, in going into film, I wanted to do something where when I show up to a set, the thing that was different between the film sets that I've been on and the corporate world that I worked in before is when I showed up to a film set, everybody wants to be there. And I think that is a dividing line between what I had done prior, because I was in the corporate world till I was 30, and I did that grind, and it's fine. Like I said, all the power to you. My twin sister works in insurance, couldn't be more different, and there is no right or wrong with it. But like, I'll tell you, like if I did an 8-hour day working catering, or I did an 8-hour day selling medical devices, I would be more tired than doing 14 hours on a film set.
Yeah, I can relate. I mean, as far as like not just even with film, but even with tattooing. Like, before I got into the acting, tattooing, I would wake up every morning and be joyed and ecstatic to go to work. Couldn't wait to go to work. And then I'm looking, I'm like, oh shoot, I've been here for 10 hours already. shit, I got to get home. You know what I mean? It's because I'm having fun and I'm being productive and I'm doing what I love. Same with being on set. When it's time to be on set, I'm early. I want to be there. I want to know my surroundings. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to have that chemistry with the DP, with the director, with my other co-stars. I want to be able to have that camaraderie and that energy built up before it's time to go. And so for me, yeah, like I like to constantly be going because there's the time where I can take that break and step back and be like, cool, I'm disconnecting from the world for a week, but then when I'm back, I'm in it, I'm grinding my goals, I'm hitting my goals, and I'm pushing forward, whether it's for myself or if it's for other people. If I'm uplifting other people and helping them progress in what they believe and what they love in, then I'm happy, then I feel progressed, myself.
Yeah, and when you are in alignment doing what you love, others can't feel that. They absolutely can. I always loved George Carlin growing up. He was one of my favorite influences as a comedian. And I remember watching an interview with him one time, and the interviewer was talking to him, and Carlin was at the top of the game for like 40 plus years. And they said to him, like, how have you been able to put forth that kind of like that amount of work? And Carlin said, I haven't worked a day in my life.
Yeah.
He's like, I do what I love. And so, yes, do I put effort in? Yeah. Do I do the grind? Yes. Do I get up early? Do I go to the gym? Do I do all those things? Yeah, but it's in the essence of something that I love, right? Yes. And so it doesn't feel as much like work. If I'm working in a restaurant, that feels like work.
One of the things that
yes,
I'm hearing both you guys say, and one of the words I use is momentum, as I learned. And, momentum goes in and it can go against you or go for you. And so, in the moments when things start to get tough and hard, or, of course, people say like Layman's Law. Is that what is it?
I'm sure.
Where anything that could go wrong does, and all that stuff. You start to come up with these rules and these things in your head, and you go by them.
It's Murphy's Law, by the way.
Murphy's Law. There you go. Layman's terms, Murphy's Law. That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I know.
Like you going there with that, like if you don't take risks, then how are you going to learn anything? How are you going to make mistakes to learn from them so that you can strive to do better? You know what I mean? If you want to be that person that doesn't take that risk and is just like, I'm not gonna do too much because I don't know, then you're never going to learn. You're never going to progress. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
I think though that also goes back to your environment that you were describing, Adam. This environment where you feel like you can make mistakes. It's a safe place to explore and make mistakes. You need, as a human being, not just an actor. And I know we actors try to set those spaces up for ourselves as well, whether it's in a class or writing space or something. But humans in general can benefit from that. Just being able to go somewhere where they can be goofy and play and do something wrong.
Also, as sort of a side tangent to that, we have an epidemic right now of people wanting to be right, and that creates this divisiveness that you see on social media platforms and red and blue and Republican and Democrat and left and right and all this nonsense, where it's like, if I disagree with you, then, fuck you. And I think that mentality is I think it's really detrimental to us in general. It's like, it's not this simple, but you can either be right or you can be happy, And so I remember I went to Stella Adler for acting school, and somebody said something in class that just really stuck with me. He was having a tough time with his character, and he was like, I kept trying to get it right. And then he said, I had this realization, am I here to get it right, or am I here to explore? And that changed the way I work as an actor, because if you're in a scene and you're just thinking about trying to get it right, you're out, you're gone.
Yeah, you're done.
It's over.
Next.
Yeah. Or if you do a take, right, and the take nails it, and you get that and it feels right. If you then try to replicate exactly what you did, it's the same thing. You're still trying to get it right versus feeling and finding the nuances of what's happening in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all.
You got to dig deep down and bring it out. Just let it flow. instead of trying to push it and like force it, because then when you force it, you can see, you can tell, oh, he's acting. He's acting. You don't want to be acting. You want to be living the moment, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I like, it's not like my man McConaughey. I think McConaughey gets it. You know, he talks about, no, he says, you know, like the first take is it, you know, because every take after that, you're acting.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, he tries to get it on the first one because that's when it's like, I don't know what you're going to bring me, you know? And some people, you know, everyone works in their processes different, you know, but I had a friend who recently got his first TV role. And he was really disappointed at first because the female protagonist character, when they were rehearsing, she wouldn't look at him. You know, she wouldn't look at him when she was going through the lines. And he thought there was something wrong. But with her, she didn't want to take anything out of the scene. She wanted to be in that moment when the camera ripped. She was ready to go. And there wasn't any, like, she knew what he was going to do. He knew what she was going to do. And I can see that, you know, and there are times you need to absolutely rehearse. I'm not saying don't rehearse, but in essence, like if you overdo it sometimes, then you're taking all of the breath out of it. You know, you're taking out of
because then you stop listening. You stop listening and feeling the energy to react normally instead of like now you're like, okay, you're waiting, and then you met like, oh man, I blew it. You know what I mean? So no, it's you want to make sure that it's just in the moment and like, okay, we're rehearsing. I don't want to look at you because I don't want to know your facial expressions because I want to be a natural reaction to you. You know? I can understand that.
Or you might wait for a certain cue that they gave you physically to respond rather than responding naturally.
But then that also then goes into the balance of the art that we create, because there are the logistical and pragmatic parts of acting where there's like the technical side. It's like, yes, you do have to know exactly what you know, when you move for your camera and for your editor. You do have to know if I was saying a line and I went to go grab my drink. And now if I'm matching that for the next take, you know, I need to know when I did them.
Yeah.
So there's an element of being able to be a technically sound actor and then also still have that vibrancy of being in the moment.
Yeah,
And
that's a good point.
And you got to find, you know, in the process of being free and being yourself, you learn at a stronger level what type of actor you are, you know, and it takes maturity and it just takes experience and of figuring out what that is. So, Anthony Hopkins, who just won the Oscar, I've known for years some of his techniques, and he'll read his lines, I think like 100 times or something crazy, to the point to where he knows it flawlessly, everything, and then he, you know, once he goes onto set, then he goes and he can deliver these incredible monologues.
Can't he also memorize like 7 pages of dialogue, like
probably. I don't
instantly or something? I don't know. It's amazing.
The thing is, everyone's different on how we interpret stuff, and that's interesting.
It's if you don't have the basic structure, you can forget about any ability to play. You know, it's like I say the same thing even as a movement practitioner. You know, I remember when I first started doing yoga, and I knew I was going to do a teacher training, and I had this very eloquent teacher, British woman, and I remember telling her, you know, that I was going to be doing the teacher training, and I said, "Is there any advice you have for me?" And she goes, "Darling, I know there's a lot up here, but I need you down here." That's she needed me to learn how to get into the structure and the foundation, right? And so, like Mr. Hopkins here, it's like if you don't have your lines memorized, you can't fucking improv. You can't do the scene effectively. There's basics that you have. There's basic tenets as an actor that you have to handle. You have to have the structure going into it so that you can play. Because if you do have that base and you have a strong base, then you can play all you want.
Yeah, foundation is everything. Yep.
Yeah. Well, speaking of being in the moment, going back to Mario scaring the pants off me in that scene in Obscura, I think we have it pulled up now because our producers are amazing. So if you guys are ready, play it.
I had to get into the zone.
guard our six. Because when it hunts,
It's the biggest freaking snake I've ever seen.
it attacks from behind. I could feel it moving closer, but then it was gone.
Back the fuck down, motherfucker! You signed your death warrant, bitch.
Put your fucking guns down!
They're fucking dead!
What the hell is going on out here?
Yes, Obscrua.
Yeah, I was just saying, you did notice that, right?
Yeah, well, that we did that because that was a very rough, unedited, sound and all that stuff, and we gave all the fucks, you know,
in case you didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I like that one. Yeah, definitely.
So that's you got a little. We're keeping some of the stuff that you're in, Dorsey, a little bit more secretive because we put a lot of time and effort in those things, and there's going to be some very unique imagery that comes out at the beginning of the movie with your stuff, and it's exciting.
Yeah, I didn't want to say too much about my part because, like, I don't want to give too much away, you know?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Here's my perspective on all that. We're the little guy, and we need to get our word out there. And you don't want to just say things just to say it, but it's okay to give a little bit more. All the, you know, like all the big studios, they keep everything so hush hush and things leak and this and that. Man, we already have the world against us and everything, and you have to do this right and that right. I was like, you know what? If I just let things be and things get out, then more people get to learn about it. And if they like it, then they get to be a supporter or have an opportunity to check it out. So with that said, when you're holding like two heads,
yeah, send me my clips then.
Yeah, no, just throw them out there into the world.
Yeah,
no, we're close.
So yeah,
I'll post on IG tomorrow.
So when is this gonna come out? When are we gonna premiere this? Like, when are we gonna do the red carpet?
Good question. That's a great question for me. Let me handle this one.
Yeah,
we're on our way. We're well on our way.
Yeah, we are on our way.
Well, are you done?
Well, let's see. We're getting it'll be ready exactly when it needs to be. That's for sure. And we are aiming to do it as soon and efficiently and as we're able to.
That's a very political answer, by the way.
That is a very honest answer because post production is it just takes a little bit more time.
Yeah, and especially on a film like this, your post is going to take a while.
Yeah,
yeah.
It'll be well worth it. All the viewers are gonna love this film. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of, there's a lot of different good stuff that people are gonna really like in this film.
Yeah,
it's a mixture of like Predator and Aliens and Alien in the desert, and we've created an entire franchise and a universe based off some of the characters of the Ravage Rainer universe of Joe Lujan's. So it's fun. We just went out there to have fun. That's what it was. It's hey,
lots of fun.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know how you put together such incredible people on this. I for the clips that I've seen that I'm not in with your group look amazing. But the people that I was on set with, those are really top-notch quality people in this film.
Yeah, no,
David Bianchi is incredible. Chris Moss is incredible. John's amazing. Like it's just really like a bunch of studs.
It's true. I'm gonna show you guys a little clip that no one's seen.
Oh.
Let's see. Let's check this out. Let's see. Yeah, you can talk for a quick second.
Oh, sure. Let's
put on the spot there, huh?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, good.
So here's a little scene. This is just I recorded this off my phone off the screen, so it's really bad.
So 3 screens later.
Yeah, but it'll be kind of fun. You ready? So this is Zach Touchon. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, this is Zach Touchon. This is one of the characters. So this is in the scenes. Mario got to meet Zach. This is one of our also executive producers.
Oh, okay, put it a little closer.
Oh yeah, he's in bad shape.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's in bad shape.
I'm doing a fake guy.
Yeah.
What? That looks badass, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a little bad shape right there. Poor guy.
But anyway, that was a scene. Man, it's gonna pull on your heartstrings too, because we get to know these characters and stuff. Like everyone does such a good job when it's your time to go. You know, I can't do anything about that, but we
You mean people die in this movie?
I don't think anyone survives.
I thought everyone had a picnic. We all rode away in the sunset and had a picnic.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh man, but here's the thing too. We have a bunch of different projects. We're gonna be working with both of you guys, and we're gonna have sketch comedies as well, kind of like Key and Peele. So we're we already got these things set up as well, and you know we're gonna swing for the fences and it'll be
talk
fun.
to me too if you need comedy writers too.
We do.
Yes.
You know.
Yep. There
Definitely.
you go. Yeah.
You do. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this sketch world is my favorite. I actually like doing sketch almost more than anything else.
Really?
Well, it's just like with the sketch, it's so fun because you got a quick idea, right? And then you're gonna crush out that little idea, and then you move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And I always really enjoy that. Like I grew up on In Living Color. I'm dating myself now. I'm not. I guess you guys are all my age too. I don't know about.
We're all same age.
I don't know about you, Aubrey. But
Aubrey's the youngest one here.
No.
But you remember.
Aubrey's still in her 20s. We're all in our 40s.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I got 39 coming up.
Oh yeah, you're close.
Oh, happy birthday! When's your birthday?
June 24th. Oh, there it is.
Oh shoot, you're almost about to hit that wonderful 40.
Yeah, it's about to happen. It's actually just my brother's 40th birthday here. I'm visiting my parents down in Florida, and we just celebrated. We just celebrated my brother's 40th. So you got a fellow Jerry. When's your birthday?
Tomorrow.
Okay, so you're a Taurus too, huh?
Yeah, and she's on the 14th. She's Aries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my ex-girlfriend's birthday.
Oh, yeah, we
April
celebrated
14th.
together.
Yeah.
We didn't invite you.
Yeah. Pretty cool chick, you know.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Man, it's been so much fun having you guys on, and I just have to thank you so much for bringing that message, because I definitely needed to hear it about like just kind of removing the grind and being able to play.
Yeah.
And you know, because even though we have so many amazing, wonderful projects in front of us, a lot of times you just get stuck in, okay, what's next? Get these things done. Don't get behind, you know, and it can suck the life and the joy out of it, and that's the whole point. So.
You want to still wake up every morning and be like, cool, I got to go to set. Awesome. You don't want to, oh, man, I got to go to set. Oh, I got to deal with this.
I don't know if you can ever feel that way.
No. I mean, I've never had that experience. I mean, I've been lucky to have worked on some really good crew and cast. So, I mean, there's a couple that weren't so cool, but for the most part, great. You know, and when I worked on Obscura, oh my God, I felt so warm and welcomed, and like that town like loved us, and they took care of us. And they went the extra mile for us too, which was amazing. And I'm telling you, when I rolled up to set, remember Jerry, you were like, yeah, be here at 6. I'm like, I'm already here. You're like, what? I'm like, yeah. You're like, wow, you got here early. It was like, because I wanted to like meet everybody and introduce and, you know, and get the feel and the energy, you know, there it is. That was such so and it's what I like about. I love it. And we drove 6 hours through the night to be there early in the morning. Yep.
You did, yes.
Yep. I could have left that morning and been there in time, but I was like, no, I'm going to leave at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to be there before noon so I can chill and have lunch and meet everybody. And yeah.
And you had a trailer with your bikes in the back, man. I don't envy that drive.
Yeah, we brought 3 bikes. Boy, they were dirty.
And one of the things too that's well, I was talking about momentum. I want people to visualize like a little piece of a snowflake on top of a mountain, and you put a little snowball, and then you start to roll it down. As that starts to roll down, it starts to get bigger and starts to move down faster, and it builds this momentum. And what's important about momentum is that it's basically neutral in a sense, because it can be good or bad, whatever. And if you don't, if the negative momentum in your life or in a day or whatever starts to create more negative, and then you're in a bad mood, what you want to do is stop that momentum as quick as you possibly can, and just stop, literally just stop dead in your tracks and lay down for 5 minutes or listen to a song and start to do something to stop the momentum and to create things that you enjoy, they're happy. What's a good song, then you're already starting to bring back a little bit of something positive. But you can, with the same thought, you can still you can create positive momentum and let that thing go. And with that part, you don't want to put the brakes on. Just let that thing go. Eat your ice cream. Don't feel guilty. Do the things that you love. Put 100% of your energy into these things. You create this momentum. This ball is so big that when you get a flat tire, it's no big deal. It's like losing a stapler. And then something else happens that you would normally think it would be negative or something like that. It doesn't matter, because you are in such a flow that these things just happen, and you just take care of it however you need to, and you get back onto what you're doing. And it's about creating that positive momentum. And by you being strong and positive, other people's momentum, say if they're not at the same level that you are, you can be infectious to them. Don't let them take you down, or you can be an inspiration to them. And I don't know. I see it happen on a daily basis, and how fast you can get to where you're going to go. We're all going to get to where we're supposed to be. It's just how hard you have to work to get there. How much longer does it take? If you're in flow, you can give a beeline straight to it. It could be one step into the next, and each step you're doing is just leveling up. Boom, 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 boom. And that's what I want. I want to live life to the fullest and the most breadth and the deepest, and experience all these incredible, wonderful things that are lined up. And if I'm doing what I want to do and I'm supposed to do, and that I'm in connection with that, I'm getting to do that now, today, just have it on the show with you guys. Well, how awesome this is for a producer to be able to hear that, that you haven't had that much fun an entire year, Adam. And for Mario, you came early to my fucking set. And
I loved every minute of it, man. I loved every minute of it. I was like, man, already? We're done? You sure?
Yeah.
And that's what you want. You want when they say that's a wrap, you're like, well, for the day. They're like, no, for the film. Like, you're done. And you're ready to go again. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
So good. This is you guys have been wonderful. Thank you for coming on the show.
Our producers asked if you guys could stick around and join us in the green room for just a few minutes afterwards. Sorry, guys. I wish everyone could come.
Thank you very much for having me, man. I really appreciate it. It's an honor, especially to be able to talk about the film. And I know there's a lot of fans that are anxious to see this film, because I get hit up constantly all the time. When's it coming out? It looks so badass. I want to see it. And like, don't worry, when it's there, you'll see it, and it'll be well worth it. So yeah, thank you again. I appreciate this.
Yeah, I echo that as well. It's just to come together with people that have that fire. That's what it is. You guys got the fire to do what you love and to put that out there, and it is that's contagious. So when you do it, you inspire other people to do it, and so thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, 100%.
Guys, well, happy birthday to Jerry.
Happy birthday, Jerry. We love you.
Amazing year.
Let's do it.
24. Right? 24, right, Jerry? 4-4.
Bat wings, 44.
Right.
I'm gonna reach down into the hole and grab you up, Adam, and add a couple of years on you. Adam, I will say that someone's head goes rolling. I won't say who or what is Obscura. I don't know, but anyway, everyone that's watching, your friends and family, and supporting us with shares and comments and just putting it out there, it all makes a great difference. And we'll continue to do this. And as we grow, we'll share what we learn, our experiences with you, and just keep enjoying what you're doing and find that, and you always reach out to any of us. Cool.
Thank you so
And
much for sharing your joy with us, you guys. It's
here's
contagious.
Helium 3 is another song from David. I think this one might be also from The Deception. This will be our first soundtrack that we have coming out. We have a bunch of singles and all that as well. Have a wonderful evening.
One love.
Always.
You can't keep living in the past. Life goes on, but doesn't last forever. Well, you can't change what's been said or what's been done. It's gone and dead. So what's your worry? So what's your worry? Ooh, time traveler. Time traveler, yeah. You can't keep living for tomorrow. You won't see the sunlight if you're hiding in the shadows of the dreams you have. Things you think might take away your joy, but they're not here. So what's your hurry? So what's your hurry? Oh, time travel.